Hello guys, how are we doing? Hopefully you can hear us.
Anyway, so welcome to the Globeguys.
Can you hear us okay? Can you hear us okay? Let us know.
I'm not sure if you could hear us, but we're having a few technical problems. Adam was going to start the show tonight by singing to you.
I was.
You know, we've had a few gremlins in the system, as they say. Yeah. So we're.
Can someone let us know? Can you hear us okay?
We've unmuted now, so you will be. They'll be able to hear us.
All right. Okay. Well, I just want someone to let us know. That's all.
Well, I'm sure they will.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome to the Globeguys. Globeguys Live. We did this about 10 days ago, and we thought we'd do it again. Gives us something to do. Hopefully, it entertains you guys for 5-10 minutes, however long you choose to stay with us.
Stay with us a long time. Stay with us a long time.
Hopefully, you'll stay with us for the full duration tonight. Tonight we've got. Well, it's a bit of a. I won't like to say it's educational because it's meant to be entertaining. However, those of you that watch us regularly will know that we like to travel in style, business class or first class. We often get a few comments saying, "Oh, you guys must be loaded," and that's just simply not true. Trust me. So, you know, we like to fly business class and first class, but at the same time, we don't pay over the odds for it either, do we?
No, absolutely not. I just want to check. Have you shared yours to your stream?
I have, yeah.
Okay. All right. But let us know. Say hello. You know, put your name in the comments. Let us know who's watching. Because we can't tell until you put your name in just say hello. Just say hello.
Yeah, just say hello. Like last time, we want you guys to get involved. It's 10 times better if people watching us get involved. Otherwise, we're just here talking to a camera.
Absolutely.
And you know, it's nice to have that kind of involvement. So, you know, we are talking about.
Hi, Hannah, or Hannah's on.
We are talking about business and first class today, but if you do have any questions or if you want to talk about something else, or if you just want to ask us anything, then feel free to do so.
Hey, Hannah from Canada. See, we are the Globeguys. We're everywhere. So tell us who's on. So, hey, Jamie. So Jamie's from the UK. So we've got Jamie from the UK. We've got Hannah from Canada. Who else is on? We've got 9-10 people on. So who else is on? Let us know.
Yeah.
Say hello.
We're 11 now.
11 now, yeah. So, but yes, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we wanted to come on here today, didn't we? Because, like Ryan says, we do a lot of travel. Travel is our passion, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
That's our tagline.
It is. Oh, actually, that reminds me. So I need to put one of our little banners on. So you know, because we have some branding. So there you go. The Globeguys, I'm going to write. There you go. Digital business owners and travel vloggers. That is us. So. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
No, that's Beefing Tower. There it is.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Adam. How you doing? Yeah. We've got Adam as well.
Adam's always wanted his name in lights above the skyline of central Manchester.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Hello, Adam.
But hey, Adam. So Adam is in. Where's Adam?
Fuerteventura.
So we are going truly international. So yeah. So this is about. We want to try and add some value because obviously we do a lot of travel and it's all about, for us, we try to do it in the nicest way possible, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know,
but a lot of people think that we have to spend thousands of pounds. Now we run a digital business, so we earn money from that. So that helps us pay for our travel, point one, right? But you don't need lots and lots of money to fly business class and first class. There is smart ways of doing it, isn't there?
Absolutely. But first of all, have you ever been on a flight and you know, you get on at the very front and you have to walk through business class to get to economy? We've done that many times. We still travel economy as well at times, but when you walk through business class and you're knowing that you're going to be on a long flight and you're heading to economy class, you just wish somebody would come down and just pluck you out of that economy class seat and say, "Here you go, here's an upgrade." Well,
so just a funny story before
you're going to talk about San Francisco.
Yeah,
right. We'll get onto that in a second.
Okay.
So I think both our first experience of business class was when I used to work for an affiliate of British Airways and used to get British Airways staff travel. And the very first time we used our staff travel, we got upgraded to business class, and we got upgraded a couple of times.
So excited!
It is great. Anyway, we used to fly on a standby basis, so we only used to fly if obviously there were seats available, and sometimes there weren't any seats, and you'd be disappointed. But occasionally, and some quite relative, it wasn't unknown for you to get upgraded because the only seat that was left was business class, or very occasionally first class as well. And this is where Ivan's story comes in.
It is. So there was only one seat, right?
Well, there were two seats.
Well, there were two seats actually, but they were in different classes. So there was one seat in first class, right, which is amazing, and one seat in economy, right? So I was a bigger man, right, and I let Ryan have the first class seat, right.
You got the cheap staff travel.
Whatever, right? But it was but I was literally, So bear in mind, I'm 6'3". I was sandwiched in a seat of three, right, literally in the middle. And initially there was a child sat next to me, right, and he had to then be moved because you're not allowed to sit a child next to a guy.
An unaccompanied child.
Child, right? But when the cabin crew member walked down towards me, I thought she was going to go and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Henry, we've got a seat for you up in first class." But she didn't. She came down and said, "Excuse me, can the child come out?" So, so Ryan's living it up in first class with his slippers, literally, and I'm like this down in economy, right? To this day, Ryan says he came down to see
halfway through the flight. No, the plan, the deal was we were going to swap over halfway through, and I kept my half of the deal. When I came down, when I walked through out of first class into business class, into premium economy, and then finally into economy, when I was there and I opened the curtain and turned my nose in disgust. You were asleep, so I didn't want to wake you up. So
he never came down. He never left first class. I don't believe he ever came down.
I truly don't. I swear on your life.
I truly don't. Can you imagine peering through the curtain like this and going, closing them again and then running back up to first class? So we've got Nail on as well now, Ryan.
Oh, we've got Nail on, have we?
Got Nail on, yeah. And Harvey as well. So Harvey, it was his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, Harvey, for yesterday. Hope you had an amazing day. Was it yesterday or was it Friday? Might have been Friday, actually.
Do we have a happy birthday banner?
No, we don't. I can create one actually, so it's fine. But you want you to just talk for a minute. Go on.
So that's it. After that, we were hooked on flying business class, and for a while after that, we never did. However, there you go. I thought you might have had balloons and party streamers. But the wonders of technology. Eh?
I know, absolutely.
So we kind of started to look into ways that we could travel business class wherever possible. And as Ivan said, one of the ways that we do it is that we own a digital business and we do get some extra revenue from that. And also we work hard and save hard as well.
Hi, Jane. Hello.
And Joe Mendes.
Oh, hey, Joe.
Is Joe in Hyde? Is it?
No, Joe lives down in London, and I think he works at the airport.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Watching on YouTube.
Heathrow.
Yeah. He'll tell us. I don't know if he's actually at Heathrow or whether he's at Gatwick.
So, why do we like to travel business or first class? Well, that's a bit of an obvious question, really. But we might as well just go over the reasons why. I think first of all, we've all been on most of us been on a long haul flight and got off it feeling absolutely knackered, and being in varying kind of degrees of comfort for the previous 8, 9, 10, 11 hours, however long the flight was, and wish that you could travel in comfort. So yeah, comfort is the first thing that we like.
It is, yeah. And do you know what? It's a package of stuff, because when you fly business or first class, you get a lounge beforehand. Mm-hmm. You get, and then obviously you then get priority boarding. You then get the nice seat. You then get the complimentary drinks and champagne and cocktails, whatever it may be. You get a beautiful meal outside of COVID, normally served on crockery and everything like that. In a higher level of service, and it's just a nicer experience, isn't it? And you can lie down and you can go to sleep.
Joe says he used to work at Heathrow.
Oh no, mate! Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
so sorry.
It's not great if you work in the airline industry at the moment.
No, not at all.
It's pretty dire from experience. So yeah, I guess it's the overall experience. It is a nice experience.
Can I ask if anyone watching has flown business class or first class? Has anyone actually been able to do that? Can you let us know in the comments, please? That'd be really amazing. All right. And if you haven't, let me ask you another question. Would you like to? So just leave a yes or a no or not bothered in the comments. Let us know. All right. But yeah, but a lot of people think, don't they, that
it's really, really expensive, and it can be. You can actually pay thousands for business class. There's no getting away from that. If you go on Skyscanner or Google Flights or whatever, you will find lots of business class flights, and especially first class flights, that are thousands and thousands of pounds. But there are ways that you can do it cheaper than that. And one of the ways is that you can look for cheap business class fares, like lots of like economy fares. You will get airlines that do their seat sales, and we'll come on to that in a short while. But you also have the opportunity to collect points.
You do
through either an airline loyalty program or a credit card.
Yeah, you do. So air miles is a kind of a long-standing phrase. It's now quite dated, and it's now replaced by something called, every airline has a different loyalty scheme. A big one that we're familiar with that we use is called the Avios program. All right, and so what Ryan's saying is we use credit cards. Right, specific credit cards with American Express. Right, other credit card providers are available. All right, but we use American Express, so we use that to pay for our day-to-day stuff. Right, and then we pay it off at the end of a month. It's like a charge card. The benefit of using that is every pound that we spend, we get Avios. We get a point. We get, I think, 2 or 3 points for every pound that we spend. In fact, it's not. I think it's 2 points every pound that we spend, and that over time that builds up, right? But with American Express, I'm going to let you respond to that one. The thing with American Express is, if you get the right card, once you spend £10,000 with a certain card, the premium card. And that sounds a lot, and I know it does, but this is over a 12-month period. But you get a voucher, what they call a companion voucher, which basically allows you to buy one seat and get one seat free. So just think about that for a second. So you buy one seat, but you buy the seat with the Avios that you've collected. So all you have to pay for is the tax that everyone has to pay for. We all have to pay departure tax. So you pay for one seat with Avios and you get another seat free. And that is an amazing deal. That saves thousands of pounds. And you can use that in business class, first class, or economy. You would never use it in economy because that's a waste, right? But
some people do. Some people do.
I think it is, But yeah, so yeah, go on. You pick up then. Go on.
So yeah. First of all, we've got a question from Now Breeze. And he asked, does Easyjet have business class? He knows full well that Easyjet doesn't have business class in the same way that Thomas Cook didn't when they were around. So hope that answers your question, Niall. We've got Avios. So this is one of the schemes that we do use, and we use it through the British Airways Executive Club, and that opens up the entire One World network. So you can't use a companion voucher on any of these other airlines. However, you can use your points on airlines such as Iberia, American Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Japan Airlines, Malaysia, Qantas. There's quite a few airlines there, and can use your points to book seats on those airlines as well. So it is really good in that respect.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. And what you can see on the screen here is some of the airlines that are part of the Avios program. Okay, and if I just make that bigger so that you can see what it's actually showing. Yeah. So, American Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Iberia, LATAM, Qantas. Mm-hmm. Is that what you just said?
Oh, the ones that I just mentioned about a few minutes ago.
Yeah. So those are all. So when you fly with any of those airlines, you can claim and earn Avios, right? So that's amazing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Joe's asked a really interesting question, a really pertinent question as well. He says, have you seen any cutbacks on the service on board during coronavirus? And the answer to that is yes. And there's been a real difference in the way airlines have approached their onboard service to approach the challenges that COVID has kind of thrown at us, basically. And so you have airlines such as British Airways in their business class cabins. They've not been, up until very recently, they've not been serving hot food in business class or economy class, even on the long haul flights. And things are being served in cardboard boxes to minimise contact. They've not been using glasses or glassware or metal cutlery. But then you have some airlines. First of all, there's some airlines such as Turkish which have gone down a very similar route. And you have some airlines like Lufthansa where the service hasn't really changed whatsoever. We flew with Lufthansa business class last month, and it was just as it was before. So yeah, and there you go. They've got Joe's question there on the screen and his little picture as well.
I know. So we're playing with software and I'm trying to figure it all out, and we're kind of figuring it out live. So apologies, Joe, that the question appeared on the screen after Ryder finished answering it.
Oh, I wish we got a picture of Niall on there.
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that. We have that.
Yeah, I know, but we've seen much better pictures of Niall.
Oh, that's very true, actually. That is very true. That is very true.
Yeah, maybe next time. We'll have to do that after the watershed.
Yeah. But come on, guys. We need questions from you guys. So obviously we've got a lot more to talk about, but ask away. Ask us your questions, please.
Yeah. Joe's just done a really good example of a good question still.
Yeah, but just
away.
Who wants to fly business class? Tell me who wants to fly business class. We do, and tell us where would you like to go? Where would you like to fly to? But it's absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely. So we were saying that it can be more, it's more affordable than what you think. And even if you don't want to get a credit card, because you do need to be, if you're collecting points for a credit card, you've got to be very regimented. You've got to make sure that you are. You have got to make sure.
No surprise there.
I'm not surprised if he's on a business class flight or.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Everyone meet Adam. Adam flies the world in business and first class. Okay, and he sat there with a glass of champagne, and that is talking. If ever there was an image that epitomised Adam, it is Adam with a glass of champagne sat in a business class seat. It really is.
So I was saying, if you are traveling, if you are collecting points using the credit card, you have got to be very regimented. You've got to make sure that you don't get in debt. You've got to pay the credit card off, obviously, and live within your means. That's one thing that we should say. If you don't want to get a credit card, then you can actually just do a search and try and find cheaper business class fares. And a great tool that you can use to do that is somebody like Skyscanner or Google Flights. Google Flights is particularly good. I use that quite a lot. And also we are kind of keep in touch with bloggers on Facebook and Instagram, etc. And quite often they will notify you about bargain bucket fares. And examples of that are guys such as 1 Mile at a Time. A guy called Lucky is on Facebook. And also the Points guy as well. That's another one that you can look up. Sam Chewy, does he do?
No, he's more reviews. I don't think he does. I don't think he does deals and stuff like that. But yeah, head for Points. Mm-hmm. God save the Points. The Points guy are 3 that we use regularly. Yeah.
And you do have to be flexible. So sometimes you might have to think, well, I fancy going to Asia. Where do I want to go in Asia? Or you might want to think about South Africa, but you might have to be a bit more flexible about which airport you fly into and what your plans around that. Sometimes you hit lucky and you find a cheap business class fare on the exact route that you want to fly. Another way that we kind of...
Can I just say, so I need to say hello to Tina in Canada. So, and you are absolutely first class, lady. Absolutely first class.
Hello, right? Tina.
And also...
Whereabouts in...
so Tina joined last time. So Gina...
I'm from Vancouver.
No. She's in Ontario. So it's kind of
right, yeah.
And then Huan as well is watching from Vancouver. So we do have a lot of Canadians on. Hi, Huan. Welcome.
So what time is it on the Eastern Seaboard now? It's...
so it's 5 hours. So it's 2 p.m. 2 p.m. for Tina and 11 a.m. for Huan.
Mm.
Hopefully I pronounced that okay.
Good morning, good afternoon. Wherever you are.
Yeah. Sorry, Karen,
Yeah.
what were you saying?
So yeah, and one thing that we do is we often fly from continental Europe. And some people say, oh, so why are you traveling to Amsterdam or to Stockholm just to get a business class flight? That sounds a bit of a faff. And it depends which way you look at it, because what we do is we integrate that little bit of a detour into our holidays. So we might have the day or the night in Stockholm or Amsterdam or Helsinki or wherever we're flying from, and that adds to the holiday. And it's another destination that you can explore and experience for the short time that you're there, or for however long you are there.
Do you want me to show those photos, by the way?
Yeah, so what we've done is we've actually found some, just a few examples. I mean, we're hoping to go, touch wood, to South Africa in March.
So can I just say to my South African friends that are watching, if any are watching, we're coming. The Globeguys are going to South Africa.
So these are just a few of the examples that we've found on Google Flights. And the first one is with Turkish Airlines. And it's traveling to Cape Town. Now, this flight leaves from Brussels, and this is at the start of March. And per person, £1,414. So yeah, it's still a considerable amount of money.
But put it into context for what economy.
Context what you get. Sometimes you can pay on a similar route. You could pay sometimes 600, 650 sometimes in economy. So when you put it into that context, you can see that actually it can be quite affordable, and it's certainly well within many people's budget if you're wanting to splash out and treat yourself. And a lot of people have been saving money over the last year because they've not been traveling. I know the economy is not great at the minute, but a lot of people have not been traveling. They've not been out spending as much on leisure. So some people may have a bit of surplus money that they can actually spend to treat themselves. And after this year, we deserve it.
Absolutely. So Clinton, so it was red wine, right? It was red wine. Okay, but that's now gone. And that's now upstairs the bottle. So, literally that is just soft drink. That is just apple and blackcurrant with a bit of water in cordial.
We'll have to get your runner to bring you in.
I know, I'll have to get a runner to go up and get my wine.
So that's Turkish. We should just say actually that, Turkish Airlines is a really nice airline to fly. We've flown with them several times. Very competitive in terms of fares, and their business class, whilst we've not experienced their business class yet, although Adam has, and he's just actually put a comment there saying he's seen the economy flights with Turkish from Manchester to Cape Town for £1,000 the other day. We didn't tell us about that.
You mean around about 1,000, I'm guessing, does he? He means around about 1,000, I'm guessing, yeah.
So you didn't tell us about that.
No, that's what, you didn't tell us about that. What's going on there?
Adam has actually flown in business class before with Turkish, and if Mark Allen is live with us, I'm not sure if he is or not, he's flown with Turkish as well. Funnily enough, he flew to South Africa as well on Turkish. So that's one deal that we found. The next one is actually with Qatar, and that's who we're going to be flying with to Johannesburg in March. And again, this is early March, and this flight's actually from Oslo to Johannesburg. You have the details?
No, I've only got that one. Was it Swift Lufthansa one?
Oh, he must not have.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, talk about it.
Right. So you can fly from Oslo to Johannesburg for 1,257 in business class, and again, Qatar Airways, their business class is absolutely amazing. And I believe on the Johannesburg route from Doha, they use their Q suites, which is basically it's almost like a private cabin. It's got a door around your seat, so it's really, really private. So that's 1,257. We also have London to Mumbai. So sometimes you don't have to go to continental Europe. And I should mention actually first of all, the reason why it's cheaper in continental Europe quite often is because the UK has a lot of tax, and that tax is more if you're traveling in a premium cabin. So it's more that you pay more tax if you're traveling in a premium cabin, such as business or first, than you would do in economy. So this next deal, London Mumbai, again at the early March, 3rd of March, leaving Heathrow. You fly out on Swiss. We've flown on Swiss, good business class, and then you come back with Lufthansa. Lufthansa and Swiss are owned by Lufthansa, so they're effectively the same company. 1,195 return
amazing, isn't it?
To Mumbai. So again, and that's changing in. That's probably changing. Well, it'd be changing in Zurich, so you change flights in Zurich on the way out, and then you'll be changing flights probably Munich or Frankfurt on the way back.
The thing is here, guys, is when you look at probably what you're going to pay for economy, right? You're probably going to pay I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know, but £500, £600, £700 maybe in economy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you can get really cheap fares in economy as well. So for example, we've flown with Turkish to Bangkok for £330 return, which is really exceptional. So you can get really cheap fares in economy, but if you're near point, if you're looking and you find a really cheap fare like that in economy, it's worthwhile looking in business class, because the time of year that you're flying or the time of day that you're flying may mean that if they're offering cheap economy class tickets such as that, they might be offering business class really cheaply as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've just got to remember, like Ryan said, what you get for it, and just how much it adds to the overall experience.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a couple of questions.
Well, yeah. Can I just finish this? Actually, do we have the Tallinn Johannesburg on there?
Well, no, I think we've already got.
Did you not find
two? You only had two.
Okay,
two screenshots.
Well, it's a shame really that it's not actually loaded this onto the graphics, because it is a really, really good deal. So we're on about business class in the main, but very occasionally you can get first class for the same price as a really cheap business class ticket, and we did that last year, actually, funnily enough, with Lufthansa. And we found this deal. This is in going out in mid-March, 16th of March, and coming back on the 6th of April from Tallinn in Estonia. And the price for two people, this is for two people, is 2,943. So just under 1,500 quid per person. But I think to get that particular deal, you need to be traveling as a party of two. But yeah, 1,500 quid for business class return to Johannesburg is amazing. And Lufthansa first class is particularly good, especially if you are flying from Frankfurt. They even have their own private first class terminal, which is a bit of an experience, and we'll show you some of that in a short while. So you said that you've got some questions.
Yeah, we do. So Joe's asked a question. But before I get to Joe's question, Tina's also asked a question. So Tina from Canada. So, we'll be taking off the year in summer 21. Where would you suggest we start? Which country, and how should we book our travel?
So Tina's in Ontario.
Tina's in Ontario, right?
So okay. What kind of holiday do you like? That's maybe, do you like beachy holidays?
Taking off for the year. So taking off for the year. So I'm assuming you want to go traveling.
All right.
Is that traveling around the world? Just want to basically go as far as you can for a year, Tina, I guess, is it? Just let us know.
If you're starting off in Ontario, Ontario, Europe.
Yeah,
I guess, and
some amazing deals from Europe. Mm-hmm. So
London. London's a great city if you've not been to the UK, but maybe head out of London as well, because there's some great cities in the UK. Obviously, you've got Manchester. We love Manchester, obviously, and Edinburgh. But there's lots of different cities. Obviously, you've got all the. If you've not been to Europe, you've got so many different cities that to explore. So many iconic cities. So you've got London, you've got Paris, you've got Rome, Berlin, Barcelona.
Yeah, but I think probably just thinking about how the fares are much cheaper in Europe versus the UK. But I think probably for Tina from Canada, it'll be, you would save a lot of money to fly business class or first class if you can make your way to Europe, not the UK, because the tax out of the UK is a lot more.
But that's if she's departing out of the UK.
Yeah, but she'll have into the UK. She's going to have to depart from the UK.
Yeah, but not necessarily on business class. But either way, once you're in Europe, there's lots of cheap airlines. And you can fly around Europe and experience Europe. I guess if you go the other way, then you go to Asia.
Yeah. I mean, you could look at flying out of Asia, but we've never flown from a business perspective out of Asia from a starting point. We can only talk about what we've done from Europe. So, I would suggest
we've been to Asia though on business class.
Yeah, what I'm trying to suggest is that the deals that we've talked about are from Europe, so they're a lot cheaper. So if Tina can get to Europe, right, so whether that's coming to the UK first and then flying over to Paris or Amsterdam or Oslo or Berlin or Frankfurt or wherever it is, and then seeing what deals are available.
Was she asking the question in the context of business class? But I don't think she was.
Well, the show's about business class, so
Yeah, no. Yeah, but she might not want to travel business class.
Tina, do you want to fly business class?
So I tell you what, Tina. If you're heading towards Europe, you've got all those cities I've just mentioned. A great place to start if you're traveling the world. If you're going to head west and head over to Asia, you've got mine's gone blank. Capital of China. We went there last year. Beijing. That's it. I was thinking Peking. That's the old name.
So she wants to go to Thailand, right?
Okay, let's get so Thailand.
So Qatar is amazing. We've done Thailand with Qatar from Stockholm. Sorry, from Stockholm. Sorry,
and
Helsinki. So we got a great deal with Qatar business class from that city. So if you can make your way over to there and then you want to fly business class, then great.
And they also
fly. She wants to fly business or first.
Yeah, so. They do. Qatar do offer some great deals, and
Qatar Airlines, Tina.
Qatar Airways.
Qatar Airways.
And they do North America. They serve North America extensively. And I think the flight is Ontario. Is that Montreal?
Montreal's not far.
Yeah, so I think the flight to Montreal. Or Toronto, if you want to head up to Toronto as well. So yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Thailand, Bangkok is absolutely amazing. One of our favourite cities in the world.
Yeah.
And then you've also got Krabi. So if you want to go to the beachy areas or the islands, you've got Krabi, you've got Koh Samui, you've got Phuket as well.
So should we talk about Qatar whilst just on the back of that question?
Yeah. So why not?
Yeah.
So Qatar is an airline that we've flown several times in business class.
So should we show the airline?
Yeah. So this is an example of the business class experience when Ivan plays it.
Oh, just keep talking.
So this is us traveling. I think we were traveling out of Stockholm on this particular flight.
Yeah.
So here we are getting on, and this is such a good business class seat. But they also have an even better business class seat, and that's the Q suite, which I mentioned a few minutes ago. But yeah, we had a great time with this flight. I mean, it's so comfortable. You've got a huge screen there to keep you entertained. Loads and loads of films and TV. You've got champagne.
I mean, Qatar is one of the premium business classes. When you compare all the airlines, isn't it?
Definitely.
I mean, Qatar. The strapline of Qatar is a 5-star. The world's 5-star airline. Right, so and I guess it's a Middle Eastern carrier. Let's be honest, there's a lot of money in the Middle East. The government plow a lot of money into Qatar. It's their flagship, isn't it?
So the service again, you get the nice meal, but it's the service as well. And
I mean, look at this. She's setting a table for us. That was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think I'm watching the Ab Fab movie there. And here we are. There's me being sensible with some sparkling water, and not so sensible with some red wine.
That's the thing, you see, because if he could have had red wine, he could have had white wine, he could have had both, he could have had everything.
So this is the Avamoosh booth, which is a palate cleanser, and then we had some soup, and then what's coming next?
It was the main course, wasn't it? It was steak, wasn't it?
That was really nice. Some nice Dijon mustard as well.
Who could eat a steak right now?
An ice cream as well. Ice cream on a plane, such a novelty, and then it finished off with a nice espresso. And then once you've had plenty to eat and plenty to drink, it's time to make your seat into a bed and get the duvet out, and it's time to chill out and get some sleep.
It is.
And look at there you are, stretched out. You've not got your knees against the seat in front. You've not got anybody banging your seat from behind. It's just comfortable. And some of the business class cabins have a bit of a bar area as well. Yeah. And Qatar on their A380s, which they're not flying at the minute. That's the end of the video. They have a proper bar, and Virgin Atlantic, they have proper bars on a lot of their aircraft as well.
They do. But Tina, Qatar would absolutely be something we would recommend. So yeah, see what fares there are out of Europe, okay, and see if you can get there. Mm-hmm. All right, and because you'd have an amazing experience. She's also saying she thought of Thailand because it's kind of cheap and a great way to start a year adventure, and that is really true. A lot of backpackers start their backpacking trip in Asia. All right, so they fly from the UK and they go over to Asia. And I know Tina's out backpacking, but the premise is still the same. It's a great place to start. Years ago, I did the whole round the world thing for a year. So I quit my job and went traveling around the world for a year. And I think that's probably where I got my bug for travel. But we went to Hong Kong first. But since then we've been to Thailand. So Thailand's a great place. It's probably not as cheap as it maybe once was. It is still really reasonable though, compared to a lot of places in the world. You know, you've got the beautiful weather, the islands and the beaches. There's a lot of beautiful places in Thailand, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you said Toronto's in Ontario as well.
Yeah.
And also you get some really nice beach resorts, which are pretty cheap compared to what you pay here in Europe, certainly, and the Caribbean.
Absolutely. You know, but I mean, we're not done with Qatar yet because, you know, also in Qatar, you also have, when you land in Doha, you also get an amazing lounge, don't you?
We do, yeah, you do. So, you know, this is one of the reasons why we like to fly business class, because you get the lounge. However, Qatar have just made a change to their cheapest business class fares, which unfortunately don't include business class. And there's a bit of, what's the word? Bit of disappointment amongst some of the their regular flyers about that.
Absolutely.
But it is a really good lounge. It's almost like its own terminal in a way. It's huge. Lots of seating, plenty of places to chill out and relax. Magazines, newspapers, lots of food and drink, more champagne.
Yeah, you're probably picking up on a theme here. When you fly business or first class, there's lots of champagne involved, in beautiful, beautiful drinks and beautiful, beautiful food. You know, but then in between, when you're flying, you get to enjoy these beautiful lounges. All right, and Qatar's lounge in Doha is a world class lounge, isn't it?
Luxurious.
Absolutely.
Nice. We also really like the Virgin Atlantic clubhouses as well, especially the one in London Heathrow.
That's one of our amazing.
Favourites.
It's amazing. So that might be is that an option for Tina to fly from? Can she fly from Toronto?
No, they don't do Canada.
Do they not at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think they did Vancouver briefly the other year.
Right. Okay.
And we're back.
We're back.
So
okay, so we've had another question. So Joe's asking the question: what's the best airport you both travel through with the best facilities? Singapore.
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 Everybody says Singapore Changi, and it is a really nice airport. We recently went through the brand new Istanbul airport, which is nice as well. Other airports that we really like flying. Heathrow always has a bit of a buzz. You know, because it's, you know, it just feels so exotic because there's so many different international airlines that fly there.
See you, Tina.
It's great. Yeah, bye, Tina. I guess we should mention the worst airports.
Hold on a second. So good airports. LA's airport is quite nice now, isn't it? LAX.
It depends which terminal you find out.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's do worst airport then. Go
on.
Koh Samui.
Koh Samui's nice. Koh Samui's lovely.
In Thailand, it just we're joking. They literally are like huts. Yeah. And in Boracay as well, right? You literally pitch up, and it's like an outhouse, and I can't explain it any other way.
It's weird. Yeah. But yeah, worst airports. You don't like Liverpool, do you?
In the UK, no. Yeah. No, absolutely not. No, I love my big airports. I love the hustle and bustle of a big airport, and yeah, Liverpool just doesn't have that for me. So you know, it's a personal thing. Nothing against Liverpool at all, but it's just not my favourite airport.
Yeah. Paris Charles de Gaulle. Adam says, it's not great. And I don't think Madrid, depending which terminal you use in Madrid, I don't think Madrid's that great either.
Yeah, we flew business on Iberia, didn't we, through there? Mm-hmm. So
yeah, but we went into their Terminal 4, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But
has anybody else been to any lounges? So Joe, what about you? Have you been to any? What was your favourite airport or your worst airport? Let us know. That'd be good to know.
Should just say the new terminal in Marrakesh was quite nice as well.
Oh yeah, it was actually. Yeah, Marrakesh airport was really nice as well. Actually, it was, to be fair. But yeah, Joe, let us know what your best and worst airport was, and anybody else. What other comments you've got? That'd be really good. Okay. Hey, Elena. Hi, Elena, watching from Vancouver as well. We've just been talking about Boracay, okay, and the cute little airport that there is. Yeah, you couldn't believe it. So what's next?
So we've also flown in British Airways on British Airways Club World, and that was the first airline that we ever flew business class on. And British Airways gets a little bit of a stick for its business class.
Club Europe, are we?
Well, it's Club World.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it was market leading when they first launched the Club World seat about probably about 20 years ago. It's the first ever lie flat seat in business class. But since then, they've not really invested much in the product until recently. They have got a new business class seat, but this is a seat that British Airways in recent years have got a lot of criticism for. But it was still really comfortable. I don't really get, even though there are far better business class seats out there, I don't really kind of get why people lambast it so much. But anyway, here we are on a flight between London Heathrow and Miami. We're starting off, is that 2 glasses of water or champagne and water? Champagne, anyway. Yeah, champagne. So champagne and water. We just got on board, pushing back there. We're on the A380 as well. We're upstairs on the A380.
Is this the one where we had to wait a while before we could leave?
As well? It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are taking off out of London Heathrow.
And in the A380, it feels like you're never actually going to get up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like it's really slow,
as
it's taking off. Got the menu there, so I wonder what we're going to have to eat.
That's a great thing about business class, because you always get a proper menu. It's like being in a restaurant. You get to choose what you want to eat. You have a choice, and love it.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. It's amazing. It is. It's a great thing. It really is.
So then we've got the wine list as well. We should mention as well, British Airways. I always think their desserts are some of the best.
Yeah. Who's flown British Airways? Come on, let's have some comments, people. Who's flown British Airways? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Business class. Yeah, the obligatory clink of the glasses.
We're going with steak. Surprise. We always have steak.
We love steak. We love steak. Steak is nice. It is, isn't it? You can't beat it, to be fair.
Unless you're vegan or vegetarian.
Well, yeah, true. But they do cater for all of that as well. You know what I mean? But to be fair, what Ryan's saying, we enjoy BA Club World, BA First Class are both amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. We've also been lucky to fly first class with British Airways.
We have.
And we flew with them to Vancouver, funnily enough. So out of Heathrow to Vancouver. This video was a few years ago. And incidentally, you can watch all of these videos. You can watch the full length of all these videos on our YouTube channel. So why not go and have a look? And if you haven't already done so, why not subscribe to our channel as well? Yeah,
the Globeguys. Yeah, on YouTube. Go and subscribe.
So again, this was the A380 again, but first class is downstairs. And here we are, just settling in. And the great thing about this is we're actually sat together. So here we are. So we've got separate seats, but your travel companion can come and sit across from you. You can have some drinks here like we are doing. And you can also have dinner together as well. Yeah,
and you're going to be, that was amazing.
It's really nice. It was really good.
Because they are literally so spacious. So you literally can have two. So where I'm sat, Ryan's actually filming me sat in his seat, and then you can have a table in between us. And you're probably going to see that in a second. I think you're going to see the table. Yeah. And it is fun to look at. So here she is setting a table for us, which is amazing. First class is fabulous. There's no two ways about it.
And you can use your Avios on first class as well, obviously. So you can't, it's not just business class and economy that you can use your Avios points or your frequent flyer miles. You can use it on first class as well, which is what we did here.
Absolutely.
Was this a flight where I got really drunk?
No, that was Chicago one. Yeah, there's another flight which and when you fly business first class, we obviously drink a lot of champagne when you're flying that way. So it's very easy to drink a lot. And on a particular flight, we go to Chicago. Ryan did have a little bit too much to drink. And by the time we got to Chicago, well, actually midway through the flight, he had to have a bit of a nap because he'd had a lot to drink.
But it's not big and it's not clever. So here we are being served bread.
Hey, Sam.
Sam's Aviation. Nice to see you. Whereabouts are you from?
Yeah, let us know, mate. Let us know where you're from. Yeah. And I think we've also, Clinton's asking, so what's Clinton saying?
Flew once to Houston with BA in Club on the old 77200s, yeah.
Oh,
cabin was a
amazing.
must, but the service, the cabin was a must, but the service was great. Yeah, I like British Airways. I always think, especially with some of their older crew, they're very professional. I think.
Yeah. We've been really lucky on the most part, haven't we?
Yeah.
You know,
we've always had a really good crew with British Airways.
Yeah, there was one, but it wasn't bad. It just yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's a bit sometimes it sounds right.
I should just mention the PJs, by the way.
Okay.
Pajamas.
Mention the what? Sorry.
PJs, pajamas.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry.
a lot of first class products. A lot of airlines will give you pajamas in first class, and some airlines, such as Qatar, will give you them in business class as well.
On Sam's from the UK. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, Sam. Please do.
Whereabouts in the UK? Anywhere near Manchester?
Yeah, let us know.
And thanks, my lad.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I was going to say something that's completely gone out of my head. What was going to say? What was going to say?
About pajamas?
No, it was nothing to do with that.
What we ran about before? Drink?
Oh, it's gone.
Crew.
No, it wasn't that either.
Oh, is it not? Oh, okay.
No, okay, forgot it.
Moving on. Can't be that important.
Yeah. Here's Ryan fast asleep. So the one thing I always say whenever we go Cambridge, hey, oh, brilliant, amazing, Sam, amazing. Whenever we fly business or first, there's always one of us that can always, no matter where he is, can fall asleep. He would fall asleep at a checkout in the supermarket if he could. Right?
That's not true. I struggle to fall asleep in economy.
All right,
but when you've got a bed and you've got a duvet or a blanket, it's just nice. It's great, you know. And the engine noise sends me to sleep as well.
Yeah, I normally doze. I don't sleep as much, do I?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
But you watch all the films.
I love watching the films and entertainment. You know, I love just sitting there with my headphones on and just chilling with my glasses. Stuff like that.
My lad Sky said, awesome video. So thanks for that. It's nice to have that feedback. He also says that he hopes that the borders open up soon, and amen to that. Definitely.
I mean, here in the UK, we are currently we're not talking about this. We're locked down.
Yeah.
Only till the 2nd of December. What happens after the 2nd of December, we don't yet know. But we're hoping that travel starts to open up a little bit. We have these corridor things.
Yeah, we're quite lucky in the UK. Well, I'd say in Europe, generally, most of Europe, the borders are generally open with some restrictions. The UK are quite strict about where we can go without not quarantining when we come back. But the borders are officially open.
Yeah. So Elena's saying, yeah, you get very tipsy by the time you land. Yeah, that's Ryan. Yeah, Yeah, there's always one. I can tend to have double drink.
But the thing is, though, we don't fly business class all the time. We don't fly business class more than a handful of times a year. Certainly on long haul, anyway. So you've got to make the most of it.
You do. Elena, sorry, we're making Elena drool about traveling. So apologies when we can't travel. But what I say to people right now is, plan. It's all about planning. Don't think that, because we're not allowed to travel now, that you're not going to be allowed to travel in the future. The vaccine's happening, guys. It's happening, right? 6 months from now, the world will be open. We'll be able to travel. So now's the time to plan. There's some great deals out there. Hotels, all that, because they're desperate to get the business secured. Now is a great time to plan. Just make sure that whatever you book, you can cancel.
And Black Friday as well. Black Friday, a lot of airlines and travel companies are taking advantage of Black Friday, not just in the US, but also here in the UK as well. So, take advantage of some of the Black Friday deals that will be coming up very shortly if they're not already live already.
Got a question?
Oh, yeah. So I've got another question. Do you think the vaccination becomes mandatory for air travelers? Quite possibly. Well, no. I don't believe it will, because there will always be some people that can't have the vaccine for whatever reason. So no, I don't think that'll be the case. I think we'll probably go down the testing route before we head down that route. But yeah, vaccinations, it's great that it does look like we're going to have a vaccination quite possibly being administered from next month, if not next month, earlier on in the year. And they are like London buses. We wait months and free come along all at once. So, but we're not moaning.
Oh, Nicole's on from Mexico, yes, and yeah, we feel your pain. She's saying she's feeling grounded and she's praying that everything opens up soon. So Absolutely.
Yeah, fingers
Absolutely.
crossed.
Yeah.
Crossed.
I mean, we're planning on our next big trip is March, so we're literally 4 months away from our trip, or 3 months away, aren't we?
3 months.
And
rumours are that South Africa are going to open up their borders to tourists. You need to have a test to get into the country, so we're hoping that will be the case, and hopefully we'll have minimal quarantine when we get
yeah, because that's our next big trip, isn't it?
Our next big trip,
yeah. Absolutely. Oh, so that we should actually, as in we didn't prime that in any way, shape, or form, but we'll ask the question: where's our next destination? So
there you go,
it is from a travel perspective, it's South Africa. So we're booked to go to South Africa. We're looking
to go to Johannesburg.
An amazing trip in South Africa, going to a few places. So just stay tuned. So if you don't subscribe to our channel, make sure you're subscribing so that we can get that you get the notification when we drop all these new videos, because this is what it's about. We do these videos, we go and we do all these vlogs, right? So subscribe, like our page, subscribe to the channel, and let us inspire you with the blogs that we do.
And always, we've still got some videos that we're still in the process of editing from previous trips. So even though we're not going away till March, there are going to be more videos coming your way. So that's the reason why you should subscribe to us on YouTube.
Nicole, we're supposed to move back to Asia this year. What part of Asia were you due to move back to, Nicole? Let us know. So are we talking about the other ones?
So we're about first class, weren't we? So we've also travelled about this time last year. We travelled in Lufthansa first class. And this was amazing. So we flew in shuttle business class to Frankfurt, and then we went in to the Lufthansa first class terminal. So it's separate to the main terminal, and it's an actual terminal.
Thanks, my lad. This was amazing. I cannot put into words how fantastic this was, because this is a Lufthansa first class is a step above even Qatar, isn't it?
Qatar business, you mean? Yeah. Although Qatar, I don't know, Qatar business actually, and many airlines first class products are very similar. But anyway, moving on. But yeah, suites. So yeah, you've got all the suites you can choose from there. You've got the bar there, which is amazing. We'll mention something about the bar in just a second. And then you can just go and just chill out if you want. You've got some easy chairs and duvets. So there's me just getting 30 winks. And then you can sit down and have a proper sit-down meal in a proper restaurant.
That was really nice as well. Yeah. And the waiters were so great, weren't they?
Yeah. And we were there. We were wine tasting there, weren't we?
We did. Yeah.
Scallops, soup, lovely. then we went local for the main. I think we had schnitzel for the main. And here's Ivan. Many business and first class lounges have showers. So here he is.
Woo woo! Close your eyes.
And here we are. We're not really big whiskey drinkers, but I think there's over 100 types of whiskey in this bar. Yeah. So me and Ivan was there going through the menu, and we were Googling them to find the most expensive whiskey.
Absolutely.
And that was quite a nice whiskey, actually.
We got a private car to the plane. So we didn't walk. We got a private car. This is first class. It was amazing.
It was good. The funny thing about this is it literally went 100 meters because where our plane was parked was so close to the terminal that it wasn't really worth it, but it was great. So here we are on board. We're just settling in. Huge, big, wide seat, large screen again. You've got the rose, and the rose is actually real. I thought they were plastic. Yeah, they're actually real. So it's it's a really, really nice touch. More champagne. You get the idea.
And this is amazing because this particular flight, so I always remember this. So because we run a digital business, and I connected to the in-flight Wi-Fi whilst we flew over to Beijing. And I never, when we landed, I
had too much to drink.
We had a new business owner, because I was talking to them on Messenger whilst we were flying. I mean, we say we can run a business anywhere. It was incredible.
And to start the flight, to start the meal service with caviar was a big highlight.
Caviar! I mean, oh my God!
Caviar and champagne. You can't get much more luxurious than caviar and champagne. It was really nice.
It was fantastic. I'd never had caviar before. First time for me, and it was fantastic, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It really was. It was.
Yeah, and is he about to get more champagne here? Is he?
I think.
I had
wine. There's a caveat in the shape of the Lufthansa logo, which is quite cool.
And then I've never had so much food on a plane before. These are just the starters, so you actually get given free starters.
It was a lot of food.
Or free appetizers.
And I can eat a lot, but it was a
Plus
lot.
then a salad.
Oh, yeah. It was... I'm getting really
hungry. And then
soup. I'm getting really hungry.
I forgot how much food we'd actually eaten. And then you had a stir fry there. I mean, it's a good job it was quite a small portion, really, because we'd eaten so much. And then I think we had 2 desserts.
Well, yeah, the choice, didn't you? So rather than choose, we had both, didn't we?
We had both. Should just say on Lufthansa first class as well, their cabins are aligned with a special material that cuts down the noise. But yeah, so those are the desserts that we experienced on Lufthansa first class.
It was beautiful. And my lad's asked a question again. So she's asking, what was the best deal? Which is the best business class? Which one is the best business class career?
Oh, career. So if you want to work for an airline with business class, Singapore have always been a really good employer, as far as I know. Very, very.
It's a hard one to answer, really, because
yeah.
we you know.
There are some airlines out there. I'm not going to name any names. There are some airlines out there where the public perception is really, really good, and they've got such a good brand and such a good luxurious image, but they're not necessarily the best airline to work for.
Yeah.
Conversely, there are some airlines out there, such as some low-cost airlines, that are actually quite good to work for.
Yeah.
So
which one do we want to show? The Singapore one now, do we?
No, we haven't got the Singapore video actually. But the next video is actually the Iberia video, and I put this Iberia video on because, certainly in Europe, most business class, if you're on a lie flat seat, there's very few examples of where you can travel on a short-haul flight around Europe and have the same kind of levels of comfort that you would do in business class on a long-haul flight. There are some examples or some exceptions, and one of those is Iberia, flying between Heathrow and Madrid, 2 big hubs, and they use their wide-bodied A340 or A330s or A350s on this route as well, where you get the lie flat seat. British Airways do the same on the same route. And also British Airways use some of their Club World aircraft between Heathrow and Moscow as well.
Yeah.
There's also 1 or 2 other examples. Turkish Airlines, they use their long-haul aircraft with lie flat seats on some intra-European flights as well. Across Asia, you can experience lie flat seats and business class service similar to what you would do on a long-haul flight right across Asia, because airlines such as Singapore and Cathay Pacific tend to use long-haul type aircraft on short-haul flights as well.
Yeah. I mean, it did feel quite special doing this because, we were literally flying, 2 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, just over 2
hours. Just over 2 hours. And we had this big wide-body plane with the big seats and everything. That felt really special because you don't normally get that. So that was really nice.
And the reason why airlines tend to use those big aircraft on routes such as that is because basically they can fill them. Yeah. And because Iberia and British Airways are effectively the same company, there's a lot of traffic that go between Madrid and Heathrow and vice versa to connect into the different parts of the network.
So my lad's asking another question.
Yeah. So also, how is it like in the airports with COVID checks these days? In many respects, I think the biggest difference, at the moment, is just the fact how quiet the airports are.
Yeah, it is. I think probably there aren't any specific. There's no temperature checks, is there?
Well, some of the airlines do temperature checks. British Airways were doing temperature checks in Heathrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But all right. But there's nothing specific. They are rolling out. There is a movement to roll out testing in the airport so that you can get a COVID test.
Some Italian airports are doing that. Rome, Fiumicino, they're
before you fly and stuff like that. And the future will probably require countries before they allow you in. They'll require you to have had a COVID test. So I think that's the future of the way that travel's going to go. I mean, and I think it's great. I think that's what we need. And the vaccine's going to be amazing, but that'll help in the short term. The worry is, imagine, you're looking forward to this holiday. You go on, you get to the airport, you feel fine, and you go and have a COVID test, and it turns out positive. I mean, you'd be crushed. Honestly, I'd be literally, I'd just be in a ball screaming on the floor.
Best thing to do is maybe try and get tested beforehand, and then try and isolate the best you can. Before you go.
So we'll figure our way through it, won't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
What's next? Any more questions, guys?
Any more questions?
Oh, Martin's on. Hey, Martin. Oh, you're welcome, mate. No problem.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah.
It's only taken him 2 weeks to actually notice it, but I'm not. That's by the by. So Martin's one of my longest friends, my oldest friends. So Martin Zero, check out his channel if you want to hear about the history of Manchester and all oldie worldy stuff, tunnels and various abandoned buildings and all interesting things like that. Then this guy's channel.
I find really interesting actually, because Manchester is quite an interesting city, and there's lots and lots of tunnels, underneath Manchester.
I know. Martin's been in most of them.
And I've watched some of his videos.
Absolutely.
Some of them. I know he did a video about the Guardian Tunnel, which is the old bomb shelter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah. And yes, we did have a good day. Yeah, it was so the video we're talking about, guys, is we did just a little something different for us here. We just went to our local kind of area, and we basically rode a bike to not an abandoned.
Well, we kind of rode across what we call the Pennines. It's the hills on the central spine of England, and there used to be a railway line that's very close to us that used to run right across these hills, and we rode through there to a tunnel which is now disused. Well, in fact, it's not actually disused officially because it's actually used by the electricity board to put electricity lines through.
But it basically was a tunnel that was closed about 30 years ago, wasn't it?
It's quite a popular walking and riding route as well.
The Longdale Trail, absolutely. Yeah, it is.
Which is as Martin will know, it's the old Woodhead Railway line.
So where were we? Sorry, what were we talking about now?
So I think that's.
Is that everything?
I think that's come. I think that's brought our show to an end. Unless anybody else wants to talk about anything, we're happy to stay here for as long as you guys.
Martin Zero. Clinton. Martin Zero. Okay, MartinZero. All right, so check him out. Okay. All right, Martin. Anything you want to add? If you want to do your plug, by all means do so. Type it in. I'll put it on screen.
I think we've done that for him.
Oh, Joe's got another question. What's Joe asking? Is there any airline that you've been on that you would try to avoid now? Is that? Do you mean in a given COVID, or do you mean because we had a rubbish experience and we wouldn't want to do it again?
So first of all, avoiding because of in times of COVID? No, not really. No, I'm confident to fly with any airline. From the viewpoint of COVID, in normal times, I guess there's some airlines that I'd probably think, no, I'd rather fly with another carrier.
Right, okay. Milad just asked a question. Karaoke scene on the other video. We planned to. I was doing some tonight. I was going to do some, but it just.
We had a bit of an issue with.
We had an issue with the thingy and stuff like that, and so we did plan. There was going to be a song at the start and a song at the end related to flying, and I'm not going to give it away as to what. All right, but yeah, so that unfortunately has not happened. I'm sorry, but next time we'll try and figure some way to get some in there. I promise. Okay. So Joe's saying rubbish experience. Yeah. What was he on about?
Have you ever had rubbish experience on it?
Oh right, rubbish. Yeah.
As much as we like Qatar Airways, we did have. There was one flight out of 4 when we went to Bangkok a couple of years ago, where the crew were nice, but the service kind of just didn't work, and we had a bit of a bad experience there. Anywhere else?
No, I think again, it's just when I think of my worst flights, I'll be honest, they're all economy flights, right? And they are because you feel cramped in the seat, whatever, so that's where my. And I'm not trying to put down the economy. It's just, but being 6'3", sitting in the economy seat can be quite arduous, particularly on a long journey. And we've done economy to Australia. We did economy on Malaysia, didn't we?
And we've done economy to Australia on Qantas.
On Qantas and BA as well.
It's not so bad for me with in terms of leg room because I'm only 5'8", 5'9". So yeah, but for Ivan.
So
it's hard for him to get comfortable.
and it is what it is. You live within your means. You fly what you can fly. And at that particular time, we couldn't afford to fly business class, so we flew economy. And I'll be honest, it was all right. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The thought of a long flight in economy was worse than the actual reality. All right. Okay.
So, my lad asks, any experience on European low-cost airlines? Definitely. Yes, definitely.
Over to Ryan. I'm saying nothing.
I actually work for one of them. Not Ryanair, Stad. I don't work for Ryanair, but I do work for a very large, very famous low-cost airline here in Europe.
But
I've flown with various different low-cost airlines in Europe, also in Australia, and we also flew with AirAsia.
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah, AirAsia. And they were quite good, actually, weren't they? They were quite good.
And then we've also flown Southwest, which is basically that was the original low-cost airline, the world's original low-cost airline. Still massively efficient. So it was always amazed me how quick they boarded the aircraft on Southwest. It's just a very simple, easy product. Southwest, I was quite impressed.
Hopefully that helps you, Milan. Where are you based, Milan? Where are you? Let us know, and then we can maybe kind of answer the question in a bit more detail. Just let us know where you're from.
You're welcome, Joe.
You're welcome, Joe. And to everybody else on there, hopefully you've had a good time. If there's any more questions, please let us know.
Is
it Istanbul? Okay. You're assuming it's a he, by the way. We don't know yet, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
He or she, they're in Istanbul. We were there, actually, weren't we?
We were there at the back end of August. So if you've not watched our Istanbul vlog video, my lad, go and watch it. It's on our YouTube channel right now. So we had an amazing time. Went to the Hagia Sophia. We had a great time, didn't we? We went over to the Asian side on the ferry.
Yeah.
We went up the
only time that we've been to Asia this year.
The Galata Tower. We did all that, didn't we? Went to the spice market. Went to the bazaar. Beautiful city. You're very, very lucky and very fortunate to be there. And Martin's asking another question. What's Martin asking? How has lockdown affected Ryan's work? Okay.
So I was furloughed for the first lockdown, and then gradually returned, and then we've kind of got back into the swing of things a little bit, and now we're furloughed again because the network has shrank to basically at this time of year my airline operates maybe about 1,100 flights a day, and at the moment we're operating about 20, so that just shows how bad things are. And it's massively affected the airline industry, as you'll have heard. But hopefully, once the vaccine gets rolled out, things will be back to normal. Business travel, we think it's going to take a while for it to get back to the levels that we had in 2019. But I personally think that leisure travel, holidays, vacations, it's going to be massive next year.
We've missed a year, haven't we?
Even with the backdrop of a recession, I still think a lot of people these days like to ring fence money for a holiday. If they've been working all year, everybody wants to go away on holiday, and the fact that many people haven't managed to get away this year means that next year will be bumper.
Yeah, it will, absolutely. But I guess we're fortunate in a way that I've been able to work at home. So my day job, I can work at home, and then running our digital business as well, I can work that from home. But that's been great for Ryan because I've been able to be at home with him, so he's not felt quite as it's not been quite as lonely.
Yeah, because I haven't been working from home like a lot of people, and that's why we've had this office come studio renovated.
Absolutely,
a nice view of Manchester behind us. I know I keep mentioning it, but I really like it.
Martin, I love that. You'll be asking where we get that from. He'll want that for his studio next.
It's probably got a 3D beacon tower.
And the lads watched our Istanbul vlog video, so thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
And hopefully give it a like as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but please make sure you do subscribe. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, okay, and subscribe. But that's been amazing.
Yeah, really enjoyed it tonight. Hope you have as well. We need some advice on what video to do next, because we'll try and do another one of these videos maybe next week or the week after at some point anyway.
What do you want us to come and talk us about? Let us know what you want us to talk about, because we can do that. We can try. Absolutely. But yeah, we've had a great time. If any more questions, put it in the comments now quickly. Otherwise, we will look to wrap it up. To be fair, guys, but yes, Milad, they are saying 2023. But that was something that's been said pretty much since the start of COVID, isn't it? And
at first, we kind of thought that was a bit of a pessimistic view.
Yeah,
I think it's looking more and more like a realistic view.
Yeah, but I think once the vaccine gets rolled out, it'll happen quicker, right? So I think it will be. I think 2023 will be a relatively normal year, right? I think the bookings for 2023 will literally go like that.
I mean, 2021. Nobody's booking for 2023 at the minute.
Oh yeah, all right, okay, 2022 even. Sorry, yeah, I'm in 2022. Yeah, I think 2022 is when the world will feel much more normal. Personally, no, I do. Thank you, Milad.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm getting hungry now. It's time to go and cook dinner.
Yeah, let's put all this away.
We're having ham ham chicken for tea.
Palm ham chicken, but no business class or first class seats, and no champagne tonight. Just a normal night.
But we have got Prosecco. We've got Aperol.
We've got Aperol, yeah.
Our favourite drink at the moment is Aperol Spritz.
Aperol Spritz tonight, yeah. I'm dying to get my wine. Made me sound like an alcoholic. It's not like that at all. But it's thirsty work talking. I mean, I literally had a glass of fresh, like water and cordial. I needed like a big glass. But no, it's been amazing. So, but thank you all. And thank you, Clinton. I'm not gonna have a bottle. No, it's a work day tomorrow. It's a school night. Can't do that tonight. But cheers, guys. All right, thank you so much. It's been amazing, and we will do this again soon. All right, so enjoy the rest of your Sundays, whatever you're doing. All right. We'll see you all later.
We'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye. Bye.